From Kim Kardashian's messy tie with Blac Chyna,
because Chyna was my friend, but I had no choice but to take my sister's side. That's my sister.
to Selena Gomez suddenly leaving Francia Raisa off her friend list,
Rocky and tricky, people grow, relationships change, but obviously, I treat her like my little sister.
and Jay-Z and Kanye West turning music history into drama history.
Jesy, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me.
These are celebrities who will never be friends again. Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods. Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods were basically attached at the hip for almost a decade. They met through their mutual friend Jaden Smith right before high school, and from there it was non-stop. They did a Kylie Cosmetics collab together and were widely seen as the definition of celebrity best friends. Then 2019 happened, and Tristan Thompson blew everything up. Rumors started circulating that Tristan had cheated on Khloe Kardashian again, this time at a house party in LA. TMZ quickly reported that Khloe and Tristan had split after he allegedly hooked up with Jordyn, who was not only Kylie's best friend, but also someone the entire family trusted.
He just kissed me and
Things spiraled fast. The Kardashians and their inner circle unfollowed Jordyn. Shade popped up on the show, and the whole situation turned into a public pile-on. And with what Kylie had to say about the situation, it's clear Jordyn wouldn't be welcomed back so easily.
When she did something to my family, it felt like she did something, to me.
After Kylie and Jordyn's drama, it's clear family ties can really mess with friendships. Just look at Kim Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Kim Kardashian and Blac Chyna were actually pretty close before the whole Kyga situation blew up online. Chyna was around for big moments too. She was there when Kim and Kanye got married in Italy, which says a lot about how tight they were at the time. Things started going downhill after the wedding though, and it mostly traced back to Chyna's complicated history with Kim's younger siblings. Chyna had already been dealing with a messy breakup from Tyga, so when he suddenly started dating Kylie, it made everything extremely awkward. What had once been a solid friendship slowly turned into tension and distance.
And then her little sister started, talking to Tyga, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. And everybody had kind of came at me.
Kim later talked about the fallout on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and didn't sugarcoat it. She admitted she understood why Kylie dating Tyga completely broke Chyna's heart and said she genuinely felt for her. But ultimately, she sided with Kylie on the whole situation.
But I had no choice but to take my sister's side. That's my sister.
Despite not being a Kardashian herself, Chyna's daughter is the only one who will get the Kardashian. While the Kardashians gave us public chaos, Martha Stewart and Ina Garten gave us silence and mixed stories. Martha and Ina go way back. They became friends in the 1990s when they were both living in the Hamptons and moving in the same food and lifestyle circles. At the time, Ina even wrote a column for Martha Stewart Living, and Martha played a role in helping her land her first cookbook deal. But somewhere along the way, things quietly fell apart. In late 2024, Martha said that Ina stopped talking to her after Martha went to jail in 2004. That claim didn't sit right with Ina, who has said in her own book that the friendship faded after Martha moved to Connecticut, not because of the legal drama. Martha pushed back on that version of events and doubled down, saying that explanation just wasn't true.
Martha feels like she stopped talking
after I went to jail.
As for where they stand now, it's pretty final. Martha has said she doesn't see the friendship ever being rekindled. But not all quiet splits stay private. James Franco and Seth Rogen's friendship ended in a big public scandal. Seth Rogen and James Franco's friendship started way back in 1999, when they worked together on Freaks and Geeks. From there, they basically grew up together in Hollywood. Over the years, they became known as a package deal. That all changed in 2018. That year, multiple women came forward accusing Franco of sexually inappropriate behavior, including several who had been his acting students.
Well, the ones I read were not accurate.
The allegations quickly became public and led to serious fallout. In 2019, two of the former students filed a sexual misconduct lawsuit against Franco, which he later settled in 2021. Rogen also addressed the situation directly, saying he strongly condemns abuse and harassment and would never protect or excuse that kind of behavior. His stance marked a very clear break from the friendship and their long-standing professional partnership. By 2024, it was obvious the split was permanent. Franco admitted that he and Rogen no longer speak and suggested their friendship might be beyond repair.
You know, we aren't working together right now, and we don't have any plans to work together.
Their friendship might be over, but fans will never forget the legendary duo Seth and James once were. Some splits were more about controversy than crime. Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin couldn't recover after Kathy's huge scandal. For a solid decade, Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin were basically the faces of CNN's New Year's Eve. They hosted the broadcast together for 10 years, and their chemistry was a big part of why people tuned in. Anderson played the calm, polished anchor, while Kathy brought the chaos with her unfiltered jokes and zero fear of crossing lines. It worked surprisingly well, and they became known as a fun, slightly unhinged duo that balanced each other out. Then, everything fell apart. In 2019, Kathy sparked massive controversy after posing with a fake, bloodied, decapitated head resembling former President Donald Trump. One of the people who publicly condemned the photo was Anderson himself, which made the situation even more uncomfortable. He posted that he was appalled by the shoot and called it disgusting and completely inappropriate. That public statement made it clear there was a serious rift. While the two had shared years of laughs and live TV chaos, Anderson drawing a firm line in public effectively ended their on-screen partnership.
There's people that are able to kind of cut off relationships and not feel a sting.
While Kathy and Anderson split with a headline-making moment, Jesy Nelson's fallout with Little Mix got messy and very public. In December 2020, Jesy Nelson officially left Little Mix, citing mental health reasons. After that, things between her and the remaining members Jade Thirlwall, Perry Edwards, and Leanne Pinnock slowly but very publicly fell apart. Over time, it became clear they weren't really speaking anymore, and the tension was hard to ignore. Jesy later opened up about the situation in a 2021 interview, explaining that she and the group had drifted apart and were no longer in contact.
I said, no, we haven't spoke for 2 years.
A few months after that, she launched her solo career with the single Boys, featuring Nicki Minaj. Almost immediately, the song and its music video sparked backlash, with many accusing Jesy of blackfishing. Fans pointed out her accent, lyrics referencing hood men, and the overall styling in the video, including an extremely dark tan, grills, and heavy use of stereotypical imagery. The criticism didn't just come from the public. The remaining Little Mix members also addressed the controversy, calling out the use of harmful stereotypes, and saying that benefiting from aspects of Black culture without experiencing its realities is not okay. They made it clear they found the situation troubling. Even friendships built on life-changing moments can get awkward, like Selena Gomez and Francia Raisa's bond. Selena Gomez and Francia Raisa's friendship goes way back. They met at a charity event in 2007 and quickly became inseparable. For years, they were constantly hyping each other up, showing up together at events, and calling each other family. Their bond felt especially unbreakable in 2017, when Selena needed a kidney transplant due to complications from lupus, and Francia stepped in and donated her kidney. At the time, it was seen as one of the most selfless gestures in Hollywood, and the two publicly praised each other for getting through it together. Things got noticeably awkward a few years later.
In 2022, Selena gave an interview where she mentioned that her only friend in the entertainment industry was Taylor Swift. That comment immediately raised eyebrows, and fans were quick to point out that Francia wasn't mentioned at all. After that, both of them avoided directly addressing whether there was tension, which only fueled more speculation.
But also it can get rocky and tricky, you know? People grow, relationships change.
Fans also noticed that Francia was missing from Selena's major celebrations, including a high-profile wedding event packed with famous friends. The absence didn't go unnoticed and was seen as another sign that something had shifted. And reality TV makes it even messier, as seen with Heidi Montag and Lauren Conrad. Back in the 2000s, Heidi Montag and Lauren Conrad were basically the reality TV best friends. Outside of Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, no one did BFF fame quite like them. Their friendship was the emotional backbone of The Hills, and a huge reason the show worked in the first place. Things started to fall apart when Heidi began dating Spencer Pratt. Lauren was very openly not a fan of him, and that disapproval quickly turned into a full-blown fallout. Heidi later claimed that Lauren went as far as threatening to have her removed from the show if she didn't break up with Spencer. According to Heidi, That felt like a total betrayal. She said she had supported Lauren through her own questionable relationships in the past, even when she didn't like the guy involved, so the lack of that same loyalty really hurt. Lauren, on the other hand, had her own version of events. She accused Heidi of spreading a rumor that she and her ex, Jason Waller, had a sex tape, something Heidi has always denied. Eventually, Spencer admitted that he was the one who started the rumor, though he still had plenty of harsh words for Lauren afterward.
I really do. I want to forgive you, and I want to forget you.
The damage was already done. What started as a tight friendship turned into one of reality TV's most famous and bitter fallouts, and the two never truly repaired things. Even long-running on-screen friendships can fall apart in real life. Just ask Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker. Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker were basically the ultimate TV besties as Samantha and Carrie on Sex and the City for 6 seasons and 2 movies. Fans loved their on-screen bond. But behind the scenes, things got messy. Rumors started flying that Kim was the reason a 3rd Sex and the City movie never happened. She shot that down, saying she never agreed to do it anyway. The tension got really public in 2018 when Kim lost her brother. Parker sent condolences, but Kim clapped back on Instagram, saying she didn't need Parker's support and that the messages just reminded her of how cruel she'd been.
I just wish that Sarah had been nicer.
Basically, their friendship never really bounced back. What worked on screen didn't carry over into real life, and now they're definitely more distant than ever. Most celebrities dodge the drama, so her straight-up honesty was a welcome change. Just like Kim and Sarah grew apart, even Jay-Z and Kanye's close bond couldn't survive the drama between them. Jay-Z and Kanye West were once so close, they openly called each other brothers. Their relationship goes all the way back to the late 90s, when Kanye first came into the picture as a producer for Rockefeller Records. But things slowly started to crack. A major turning point came in 2014, when Jay-Z and Beyoncé skipped Kanye's wedding to Kim Kardashian in Italy. Kanye later admitted that it really hurt him, saying that even if people are dealing with their own issues, you don't miss a family wedding. That absence seemed to shift something between them. After that, the situation only got messier. There were lawsuits, uncomfortable public comments, and lyrics that clearly took shots at each other. What once felt like a brotherhood turned into tension playing out in public. Not only that, but Kanye even claimed Jay-Z had sent him death threats.
Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head.
At the end of the day, fame can't save every friendship. Some bonds fade quietly, others explode publicly. But one thing's clear: celebrity or not, loyalty, trust, and timing matter. These stories show that even the closest connections can crumble, leaving fans to watch friendships turn into unforgettable drama.